Hello and welcome to the 2025 Chicago Auto Show, and it's time to do a walk around of the Polestar 3. So for those of you who are not familiar with Polestar, they are a sub-brand of Volvo, technically under the Geely conglomerate. It's a brand out of China. However, this Polestar 3 is actually built in South Carolina. The Polestar 3 is their first luxury electric SUV with a starting price of only $67,500. Currently, you can get the tax credit if you lease, so effectively bringing the price down to $60,000. So in my opinion, fairly well competitive priced for what you're getting. It's a little bit bigger than a Model Y and can go up to 342 miles of range. If you get the performance model, that does drop down to 289. Power ranges from 299 horsepower for the base rear-wheel drive all the way up to 517 horsepower for the performance model that we have over there. This walk around we're taking is of the middle tier dual motor, so 485 horsepower, and it has the Pilot and Plus package, which is, in my opinion, kind of the sweet spot for Polestar. You get a lot of the safety features, which safety should never be an option, and you get a lot of the convenience features of the upgraded stereo system and more comfortable seats. So let's take a look here at the front of the Polestar 3 at some of the styling cues. We see we have this air duct right here to actually help channel air over the windshield. That helps with MVH as well as efficiency. We have our camera system right here on the front, which is a part of the Smart Zone sensor cluster. That is a part of the Pilot package, which helps with the level 2 highway autonomous driving. Then we come over here to the headlights. We see we have the Thor's Hammer daytime running light that is very frequent on Volvo and Polestars. A couple of running lights up above, and then down below is the headlights and high beams. We also see a slew of sensors along the dash and a camera system mounted on the top of the windshield to assist with the highway driving. Coming around to the side of the Polestar, you'll see it is quite stretched. It is a couple inches longer than the Model Y. You'll find that in the legroom as well as cargo room. We have a very nice wheelbase that helps with very good comfort on the highway. You also might ask, how do we get such a big range out of this car? Well, it's with a big battery, 111 kilowatt hour battery. So that means we should expect just over 3 miles per kilowatt hour to get that range of 345 miles on the rear wheel drive variant. Our EPA numbers suggest 84 miles per gallon equivalent on the highway and 92 in the city. Charging happens right here behind door number 1. You see it still is the CCS combo that is the way of charging here. Usually Polestar includes 2 years of unlimited 30-minute charges with Electrify America. That's always subject to change. A lot of brands have at times provided complimentary charging and then taken it away. So be sure to check on the Polestar website what their current setup is. I should also mention that this particular model is not the $67,500 base model. This is optioned up to $83,600. So we have a base price of $76,900, and then we add on $1,600 for paint, $1,200 for the rims, and then a $1,400 destination charge, which you might notice over the years, destination charges have certainly crept up quite a bit. But now let's take a look at the rear cargo room. Is a powered hatch. You see the camera down on the bottom of the liftgate. We come in here. I don't think, actually I'm very sure, golf clubs are not going to fit across here, but I think on a diagonal they would fit. Might have to fold one of the seats flat. One nice thing about Polestar is they have a 40-20-40 split seat, so you could just fold down the middle seat specifically. We do have a cargo cover here, which comes out and hooks in. We have a 12-volt power here in the back, as well as power folding. Down below you will find some additional storage, very good for keeping charging cables, a recovery kit in the case of a flat tire. Love having this extra storage since there is no gas tank. There's a lot of extra room. We also have tie-down hooks on both sides, as well as up and towards the front. There also is shopping bag hooks right here too to stop your stuff from flying around. Now let's hop in the back seat and see how legroom is. I have the front seat adjusted for how I would sit. Pretty easy to get in and out. When you're in here, actually, very substantial headroom because of this glass roof. I do feel the side being a little closer to my head than I would like it to be because it kind of dips down quite a bit. But legroom, especially when I can tuck my feet in underneath here, gobs of room. And over here, we actually have this seat all the way back in its tracks, still tons of room. We have heated seats back here as well as our own designated climate control. So that's nice to have vents and be able to choose our temperature. And then down below, we have USB-C charging ports. Now I can see I have an armrest here and cup holders actually push out of the back. It's very nice to have that comfort, as well as being able to fit cup holders down here in the door. And there you can see the Bowers & Wilkins speaker grill. Go ahead and fold the seat flat. Just pull this handle right here that folds the headrest down, and then the seat comes down. So pretty easy to do. And right back. You can also see child seat tethers right here, very easy to get to. Not every car is that easy to access those. Also forgot to point out that we have pop-out door handles because every car seems to have pop-out door handles now. But now we'll hop in the front seat and take a look what's going on up here. So one thing to point out is this very quirky seat control here controls your every direction with different twists and motions. We have a nice driver cluster, just a very little simple screen, but provides what you need. I can also see we have a heads-up display, and then the same screen that we see in the Polestar 2. Those of you that have watched our channel before might remember we used to own a Polestar 2 years ago. To this day, my favorite car that I've owned. Not the best car I've owned, but my favorite. There's loads of piano black up here, so unfortunately that is already getting a little smudgy, but definitely a quiet place to be. Close the door and see how quiet it gets. Oh yeah, quite a bit of outside noise that immediately is shut down as soon as we close the door. Very well written Bowers & Wilkins right there on the door. Make sure is branded all over the place inside this cabin. As well as a beautiful speaker right up there on the middle of the dash to give you better surround sound experience. We have two cup holders right up here, a wireless charging pad right in front of that. We have a little cubby right here that can fit maybe a phone or wallet, as well as decent sized door pocket. Very, very small center console storage. And similar to Tesla, the glove box is built into the screen. So we push that right there and the glove box drops down. Decent sized glove box. Now let's take a quick look at the front. Since we're here in the front, we go ahead and pull this handle and that releases it. Then there is a little handle right here that you flip and that releases it the rest of the way. We have a cover on here with a little bit of storage that can still fit charging cables or maybe some dirty shoes. I do not see a drain plug, so it might be a little bit difficult to clean, but still good to have the storage. When you are closing a Polestar hood, you want to make sure to put pressure on the 2 points right there so you don't dent your hood. So that's a wrap for the walk around of the Polestar 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Would you consider buying the Polestar 3 as your luxury electric SUV, or would you go with something else? Be sure to let us know down in the comments, and take care until next time.